Hey everyone, today we're gonna make an attempt to repair a legend Sennheiser MKH 416. There we go. So this one came in a pretty bad condition as defect. It's missing the front cap, it's missing the screw, and the XLR port is quite damaged actually. The original defect described as no sound coming out. So I hope it has something to do with schematics and not the capsule itself, because I'm pretty sure I will be able to fix the schematics, but not the capsule. This is the first time I'll be working on this kind of microphone, so it's going to be exciting for me as well. So I hope I will learn something. I already checked a few videos on the internet on how to tear it down. So you just pull this part off. Yeah, and then you pull this part off. I think this is an old version of it. So nowadays they have like SMD style PCB board. And so this one is quite old. I think it's maybe coming from 70s, 80s, 90s, I don't know. So what makes this microphone unique is the condenser capsule. In most of the modern microphones use a standard electret capsule, which is pretty easy to use, but then this one gives you much broader range of SPL and better frequency response, which comes with some complication, of course, that makes all the schematics much more complex. They use a high frequency transformer, and otherwise schematics is relatively simple. You have a preamp, you have a power line, a radio frequency modulator, and 2 transformers. That's pretty much it. So let's check it out. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with just visual inspection. If I see something weird here, yeah, definitely someone been working here. I don't know if you can see that. Yep. So someone was taking this one apart. The capsule is disconnected, probably for repair purposes. Not sure. Otherwise, I don't see any elements that are changed. It looks all authentic. Yeah. So I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna power it up and see what happens. So let's power it up and see if there is any smoke coming out. Nope, looks good. Looks good. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check the voltage out. So first thing I'm gonna check is the RF chokes that are here on the input. So basically I think this is the ground, so let me make it zoom in a bit. Okay, so check the wires. Okay, we have our 45 volts phantom power on both of the inputs. Then we go into chokes. They are connecting those little things. So basically want to see that there is voltage after them, that they are, yep, we all good. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to check the voltages in the checkpoints defined in the service manual. I managed to find an old one from like 70s on the internet, but I think it's pretty close to what I have here. So what I need to have is on the T7, which is this guy, I guess. Yes, on T7 emitter, I should be having 35 volts instead of 40. Okay, this is collector, base, meter. Well, they're all the same. That's weird. This one is a little bit better. Okay, then on T6, I should be having something like 33 on the output. So this is the T6. No, this is T7. Yeah, T6. On T6, I should be having something like 33 volts. No, it's all the same. That's weird. Okay. Let's then check the T3. It's the next one. Here. Yes, this guy. All right. Okay, I think we have a smoking gun here. So basically the voltage on the collector of T4 transistor is 0, which is supposed to be around 15 volts. So that either means that the transistor is dead, or there is some shortage in this part of the schema. So let's check it out. I'm gonna turn the power off. All right, I'm gonna check. So this is the NPN transistor. So I'm checking the base against the emitter and collector. That seems alive, and vice versa. Okay, that's expected. Okay, no shortcut in here. So looking good. Then I'm gonna check to the ground if this has a... Nope, there is no shortcut in here. That's weird. I'm checking all the elements on the board, because sometimes you might have even as stupid as like missing contact because it's an old device, some soldering problems, even though the element itself can be okay, but it might be like a just loose contact, or you might have a condenser that is just shortcut. Happened to me many times, so I'm checking them all the time now. I'm gonna check the... Okay, so they have, instead of the quartz, they just use a standard capacitor, which is looking good. There is a parallel transistor here of 22 kilo ohms, so it's fine that it's showing like that. Okay, let's check the transformer. Oh, that's weird. Here we should have some very low resistance, and we're rating at 160 kilo ohm. That's not good. That's what I'm talking about. It's probably like it's probably some sort of a content break-in or something like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just gently check if the wires are all good. So this one, oh yeah, that's what I meant. Ta-da! First guy. I'm gonna fix it right away. Wow, that's weird. That's what I'm saying. Nice. Yep, now we have a good load. It should be not 0, but it should be, so my default resistance is 0.2 or 2 ohms. Yeah, sorry, 2 ohms. And it should be a little bit like, I don't know, 6 ohms. It's a very short wire, so it's fine. It's good that it's working. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna give it a try and see if it fixes the problem. All right. I'm gonna check the voltage. And nope. Same problem. We have 0, 0. So that's probably was not the problem. I think the problem is somewhere else. It's probably the previous person who've been working on this just disconnected it to avoid messing it up, I guess. It's a very valuable element and really hard to restore in case it's broken. Okay, let's continue investigation. I'm gonna continue looking through all the elements, and I'm gonna check the capacitors as I mentioned before. So around this part of the schema we have C7 and C8. There are tantal condensers, so I'm gonna check C8 and I'm gonna check C7, right? Yes, C7, those two guys. Yep, so it's this guy. Oh wow. Why 0? Okay. That's not good. The other one? No, the other one looks good actually. Is it? Yep, the other one is looking good. Let me check then. Here's my RC meter. Oh wow, have you seen that? It's shortcutted, but LC meter is showing actual capacity. It's rated around 100 microfarad and it's showing around like 60 microfarads here. That's weird. And the second one, the C8 is actually good. So 3.3 microfarad, 3.5. I'm gonna take this guy out and see what's gonna happen. So you can see the tantal condenser rated 100 microfarads, 3 volts. And yeah, we have a shortcut here. Not good. That's weird. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have some elements that not supposed to be like that, but they are. And you cannot really do anything about that. It's a pretty old board, so anything is possible. Yeah, you see, LC meter is showing. It's good. It lost a little bit of capacity. It's like around 70, but it's actually shortcutted. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna see if I have a capacitor that is that small, because I don't think I have some like that. Okay, I checked my stocks and the closest I was able to find only 22 microfarads in the size that will fit into the body. It won't be enough for normal operation, but for test purposes, I think it's gonna be just fine. I might expect some noise coming out, some hum, because it's acting as a filter. Yeah, but otherwise I'm gonna solder it in and check if it works. Okay, let's check it out. Gonna power it up. Ta-da. Yay! We have 17, oh sorry, you cannot see that. We have 17 volts. So looking good now. And I can even hear some noise coming in from the lead wire. So yeah, let's solder in the capsule and see if everything goes well. Testing, testing, testing. Wow, it's working. Wow, fantastic. Let me assemble and test it. Now you're hearing me through the new microphone. Wow, you can see the sound is much better, isn't it? Okay, I think we have a success. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna order a replacement of this capacitor. I need to wash the board of the flux and we're good. I also need to find the screw. I need to find the cap, and otherwise we're good. I'm actually quite surprised how easy it was to fix this microphone. I also really impressed with the quality of build. I think it's phenomenal, and considering the fact that they designed its microphone in 70s or even earlier, I think it's a fantastic microphone, and as you can see, the sound is just perfect. All right, we're gonna stop here. Let me know if you have any questions, and have fun fixing your stuff.